You ever heard of a multi-ceutical? I mean, the whole idea behind this concept is, I have one pill, and no matter what disease you have, no matter what condition you have, if you have, heart disease or you have a headache, you take the same pill and it takes care of your issue. That is insane. That is that kind of thought process is the thing that will get you in a straitjacket. There's no such thing as a multiceutical. Guess what? We're still doing the multivitamin. We still think we can take one vitamin, one nutrient, and it takes care of all of our issues. Really? I mean, we just went through the process of medicine is getting so precise that they understand that there's no way that one thing can fit all. They understand that there's no way that one drug can take care of every disease we have. And now all of a sudden, we go back into the vitamin world and people think, oh, well, multivitamin is all I need. Really? That can't be the case. I mean, common sense doesn't allow us to make that leap. So what do we do? What can you do? I mean, is there another option? I mean, if multivitamins don't work, then what in the world can you do? How can you get to what you need? How can you get to that precision medicine type approach to things where we're treating each individual uniquely, where we're giving them exactly what they need and nothing that they don't? How do you do that? Well, at ID Life, we've actually developed a system to do just that. See, in 3 to 5 minutes, you're going to go through a HIPAA-protected survey. It takes literally hardly any time. You're going to provide some information, and that information is going to be used to give us the information that we need running through a system that is going to process over 7,500 independent third-party peer-reviewed studies. On top of that, it's going to it has over 5,500 algorithms that are running through the system at the same time to compare your conditions, your issues, your personal profile, your allergies, your dietary profile, things that you consume. All of these are being cross-correlated with the science that is built into the system. We're going to ask about medical conditions that you suffer from, both things you've been diagnosed with, as well as things that you may have as symptomology. See, symptomology is important because so many other people cannot go to the doctor these days because they simply can't afford it. The whole idea behind this concept, the whole idea behind this system that was created was to give you the information that you need. See, and we're even going to ask about medications. Not only the pharmaceuticals that you're taking, because if you didn't know, pharmaceuticals are nutrient dependent. They actually require the body to have certain nutrients for them to actually work properly. And when the body is depleted of that nutrient, either the pharmaceutical doesn't work and you get a new pharmaceutical from your doctor, or they up the dosage, and a lot of times you end up going to the hospital. And if you didn't know, the number one reason for people being admitted to the hospital is properly prescribed pharmaceutical drugs. Things that they thought were fine, the doctor thought was fine, just didn't appreciate or understand. The body was just depleted of the nutrient and had an adverse reaction. We're also going to ask about your physical profile, your height, your weight, things like that. But then you're going to get to the end. And when you get to the end, you're going to have a recommendation, not a multivitamin, forget multivitamins. You're going to have a recommendation for a specific profile just for you. This regimen is going to give you everything you need, nothing that you don't. And in fact, we're also going to even give you a little Y button, and I'll get in here closer so that you can see it. When you click on that Y button, it's going to say, hey, here's the answer that you gave. Here's the reason why you need it. More importantly, here's the science that you can go read yourself and understand that somebody in your condition, with your situation, with your diet profile, with your medical history, with your current conditions, and your family history needs this nutrient and this specific amount. That's how specific this gets. This is precision nutraceuticals. That's what we're in. That's what ID Life is in the business of. We're no more going to be this multivitamin. We are cutting edge, giving people exactly what they need, nothing that they don't. Now, the other thing that you're going to get is a free report. That free report is just about you. Hey, even if you don't want to get out of the multivitamin world, even if that's something you still, want to partake in because you think that's just as good as everything else, take the assessment for no other reason than just to get this information. Find out what your current health score is. As I tell everyone, the average person is going to score between a 60 and an 80. If you scored below a 60, don't worry. We all start somewhere. If you scored above an 80, hey, here's what I suggest. Go back and take the assessment again and don't lie this time. And everyone always laughs when I say that, but the reality is a lot of times when we take these questionnaires, we are literally trying to answer the way we want to be true, not necessarily what is true. We want to actually take the time to answer this thing honestly. Why? because this is 6 to 16 pages of information just about you that is going to make diet and lifestyle recommendations for you that are going to improve your health. The integrity of ID Life is that nowhere in this report does it recommend an ID Life product. Nowhere. What it says is, hey, you suffer from hypertension, but you also eat processed meats. Did you know by simply reducing or eliminating your consumption of processed meats, you can naturally improve your hypertensive state? Little things. Remember, you are in the mind modification business, not the body modification business. If you are truly trying to change your health, you are not going to do that by focusing on the 40 inches around your waist. You have to focus on the 6 inches between your ears. Because when you do that and you change the way you think and you change the way that you act, guess what? You will improve your health forever. This is not some short-term gimmick type thing. This is something that's going to give you information about what you need to know. And more importantly, if you happen to currently be taking anything that's not on that recommendation list, find out why. ID Life is going to tell you why it's making the recommendations for you, but you need to find out if you're taking something and it's not on the list, why are you taking it and what is it doing to you? Because the reality is this, not all nutraceuticals are created the same. And in fact, you could be taking something that is being more harmful to you than helpful. At the end, ID Life has simplified nutrition. We call it ID Nutrition. That is the program that you get. It's delivered to you, strip packs. It incorporates chronobiology, so you get it in the morning on the things that you need in the morning and evening on the things you need in the evening. The day of the multivitamin is gone. We know that. We know by looking at what medicine is doing that multivitamins are a thing of the past. They don't work. They will not help you. Same thing with multiceutical. There's no such thing as a multiceutical. There is no super pill out there that we take for all diseases, all conditions, all ailments. It doesn't work. We cannot use the same thinking that has gotten us into the sick issue that we have in this country, because we're all sick, and think that we're going to get a different outcome in the end. Einstein also defined that as insanity. We have to think different. We have to understand our unique needs. We have to understand that we're all a little individually designed and have things that are very special that we need that are going to make us different.